publicity materials we've done. So first of all, we'll be going through like what is Rotary, what is Rotaract, and our exco. And we'll also be having a short introduction to like our past events, membership requirements, and the Elevate Rotaract. And following that, we'll also be going through our upcoming events and answering any questions that you may have. So this session will also be recorded and uploaded to our YouTube channel. So do feel free to check it out if you need to, or if you need a recap of what we talked about today. Okay, next. Okay, so firstly, what is Rotary? So Rotary is actually an international organization. It was started in the US. So the mission of Rotary is actually to provide service to others, promote high ethical standards, and to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through its fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. So moving on to Rotaract. So Rotaract actually stands for Rotary in Action, as you may have guessed. So Rotaract is actually a service club, which is part of our SUTD's community service cluster here in SUTD, and it's actually dedicated to finding innovative solutions to the world's most pressing challenges while developing professional and leadership skills. So more details about this will be covered later when we go into details about what our different pillars are. And our motto is actually fellowship through service. So some of you in secondary schools or JCs may have heard of this thing called Interact Club. So Interact Club is sort of like the equivalent or a similar concept as to Rotaract, and it's also quite supported by Rotary International. Next. Okay, so introducing to you our Rotaract Exco. So this year we have 10 Exco members from President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, as well as all our different pillar reps, pillar in charges, and most of us here have our backgrounds on. So if you need to see how we look like now, you can just look for those with the backgrounds on. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so moving on to past events, Ernest.
Okay, hi everyone. Just to before I start reading, just to tell you, the headers are actually the different pillars that we have, in case you are not very sure about what's going on. Then okay, just to start off, right, our first event that we had was actually the Rotaract bonding session. We actually invite members like yourself and exco members to have fun. We could have a physical session, but I can't confirm it. But based on our last experience, we actually did a Discord game session. Yeah. Then one of the main events that we have, annual event, is the installation ceremony. It's basically a handover, takeover session where we actually invite our friends from Rotary and at the same time members like yourself to watch the ceremony and have fun. Yeah. Next. Okay, then next part is community service. So one of our flagship, more regular programs, basically the year program. It used to happen every Friday. I'm not sure about right now, but that's what we used to do every Friday. Around a 2 to 3 hour session where we head to Tampines Community Center to actually engage with the kids, mentor them, have science experiments with them, and but before that, we actually during the COVID period, we actually had Zoom session. We actually played Scribbler among us with the kids. Yeah. Then the next ad hoc event will be the Red Hill CNY food distribution. That's in partnership with Rotary, where we actually distribute and pack food goodies to residents in need. Yeah. Next. And another new program that we have is actually Silver Homes in collaboration with Rotary. We actually visit the houses of elderly to help them clean up their place and help them to paint, and at the same time accompany them and get to know more about them. Then another small event that we had was actually the New Year celebration that happened this year during CNY period. We actually had fun interactive games, Zoom games with the elderly. I actually did some mini countdown with them. Yeah. Next. And now let's move on to professional development. So aside from all the community service, we also find it very important to gain some skills and at the same time knowledge from experts, and that's where our Tech for Good forum comes in, where we actually invite professionals to come into school or do a Zoom session to share more about what they have done in their career. Yeah. Next. And international service. This is something more that many of you might be looking out for. We actually have our Rota race early this year before all the freshies came in. we actually have a mama shop where we sold like food items to raise funds for the children in Laos and Vietnam. At the same time, not sure if you have seen like our Instagram page. We actually did a quite a big clothes donation drive where actually where our peers and like profs actually like donated clothes, used or unused clothes to us, and we donated it to villagers in Laos and who don't have like any access to clothes shops. Yeah. And early this year in June, we actually organized a Rotaract session where we actually did a Zoom session with kids to share with them like to teach them basic science and math and English. Next. Oh yeah, before that, like if you're interested to know like more about the events, you can actually head to like our Instagram page at Rotaract SUTV, and you can actually see like some of the pictures that we have like just for yourself to see. Yeah. Then I pass on my time to Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's back to me again. So now I'll be talking more about our membership requirements, as some of you may have seen in the form. So here in Rotaract, we actually have two different types of members that we are rolling out this year. So the first one is actually a regular member. So as a regular member, your commitment levels are a lot lower, and you're not really expected to come for all our events. Same for subcommittee members. Even our exco, we don't expect you to come for every single event because we understand that SUTD is a really hectic school. So for the first type of member, which is our regular members, the requirements are that you actually attend our installation ceremony. It will be held during recess week on 29th October. And next is to actually facilitate or actively participate in any event in any of our 4 pillars. So this can be things like just running the games or like just facilitating and actively participating in all our events. So next will actually be to attend one event in the community service pillar. So this event, it doesn't have to be a completely different event. It can be the same one as point 2 and your requirement will be fulfilled already. Yeah. So next is subcommittee. So for a subcommittee, the requirements will be slightly higher. It will actually be regular member plus other events. So apart from what regular members are doing, you actually will be asked to plan events behind the scenes and executing certain portions of the event. So for example, in example year program, you may do like science experiments. So you may be asked to lead maybe the demo or like lead the kids in actually facilitating these segments. Next. Yeah. So you may be wondering what are some perks of being a member, I guess. So first of all, you actually be giving you a free T-shirt along with lifetime membership. Assuming you have 4 years in SUTD, this will give you like FIFA records, so you'll officially be written that you are a member of SUTD Rotaract Club, and you'll also be getting perks from Elevate Rotaract and exclusive invites to District 3310 events. So District 3310 is actually the district in which our club is located in. So I will be covering this a bit more later, but this district mainly covers Brunei, Malaysia, and Singapore. And this is the picture of our upcoming T-shirt. So do keep a lookout for it. The price will be confirmed closer to the purchase date, which will be around mid-October. So do keep a lookout and join our Telegram group for further updates. So next, Elevate Rotaract. So Elevate Rotaract is actually a scheme that is organised by Rotary International. So it's quite a new scheme, and from 1st July 2022 onwards, Rotaract members are actually required to pay a small fee of USD $5. So if you're wondering where this USD $5 goes to, it actually goes to our My Rotary resources, leadership development resources from things like Toastmasters International. We also have online goal setting forms, improve online club administration tools, as well as helping to support the different initiatives and products that Rotary International pushes out, as well as support our club. So as part of the $10 to $12 that we mentioned earlier under the membership perks, some of these fees will actually be used for this club fees. So any support is greatly appreciated. Okay, next.
Kelly need help.
Hi. Am I lagging? Oh my god.
These are the upcoming events slide.
Okay.
Didn't miss your slide, right?
Did I finish my slide? I don't know where I stopped. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys.
Lucas, you want to go back one slide?
Yeah.
Okay. You've gone through this already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think can go to next. Yeah, so like right now we'll share like some of like the upcoming events that we have that you can look out for and you may be involved in. Yeah.
Okay, so starting with club service, right? So hello, I'm Ryan. I'm sorry I couldn't get the background to work, but it's okay. So yeah, I'll be sharing more about our upcoming club service events that will be happening soon. Firstly, it will be our annual SUTD Rotaract installation. So this year will be extra meaningful because it will mark a decade since our formation in 2011. It will be our 10 years. And what's going to happen is we will invite all of you guys and our sponsoring club, the Rotary Club of Pandan Valley. And this is kind of like the official event where we install our new board of directors and also where we look back and we celebrate the successes we have achieved over the year. So we will also be playing some games during the installation, yeah, with prizes to be won also. So exciting. And unfortunately, we'll be holding this event virtually this year. But other than that, we'll not be making other compromises. Yes, exciting day for all Rotaractors to look forward to. So make time on 29th October to come join us. And then following that, we'll be having our Rotaract bonding session, which would be more laid back, more casual event, like a session compared to the installation. So for this, we will be trying to push for a physical session this year, but no promises. It will be subject to approval. So we'll have to iron things out, and then we'll be more than happy to share with you like what it's gonna be for this year. And but to share more, right? Yeah, when it used to be more like to be physical, we used to have like picnics, those type of events where we actually take time off our busy SUTD schedule to chill and relax for like one of the days, to get our frustrations out. So if you have any suggestions or feedbacks on like how you want to have fun, do let us know also. And that would be all from me. And I'll pass my time over to Ernest, who will talk more about the upcoming community service programs. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so hi everyone again. Okay, not sure. Okay, before that, I'm not sure if like you also like our Instagram, like we just posted a new post about kidney health, which is related to this. So let's introduce like to you like Project Reno. Project Reno is basically our SUTD Rotaract collaboration with the National Kidney Foundation, which is the NKF, well known as NKF, where we actually aim to raise awareness about kidney health, kidney-related diseases, at the same time how to raise funds for patients who are doing dialysis. Yeah. Next. Okay, so like these are some of like the important dates that we have. We have basically launched our social media platform, social media like outreach already. Then the next date we are looking at is the launch of a fundraising campaign. So on 1st October, we'll be starting our giving.sg like fundraising, online fundraising, where you can actually help to raise funds, donate money to help to supplement like the needs for patients doing dialysis. Yep. At the same time, we also have a heart seminar. Heart seminar is an annual like basis seminar that we have in school, where we actually invite like healthcare professionals to actually share their expertise and knowledge. This time we will be inviting our dear friends from NKF over to do sharings with us too. And like you must be wondering like how does it involve you? So as a member yourself, you can actually join us in Project Reno, and at the same time suggest to us like provide suggestions on like how you can improve, or like anything that you want to do that you can help to promote kidney health. Yeah, and we are more than welcome. We more than welcome you to share it with us. Yeah. And next. Yeah. Then I'll pass on my time to Lindsay and Vishal. Yeah.
Hi everyone. So next we'll be doing telling you all about the year program. So this year program, will assist the mentees with their studies over Zoom and execute fun games and science experiments to expose the students to STEM skills. So Eric has set up the link to sign up form. So they'll be every Wednesday until 1st December from the 3rd of October onwards. Yes, 3rd of October onwards. So the 3rd of October, there'll be a briefing at 15:30, and the rest of the time will be 1550 to 1800. So 2 hours of your time to interact with the kids. So now the kids, by the time we join, they will be done with their exams. So maybe they'll be less with the studies, and maybe we'll do more interactive activities with them lah, more games, more experiments with them. Okay, yeah, so if you want, you can sign up from the form here. Okay, next. And we also have a new initiative in which we are working with the faculty in the school to have this new project, which is a work in progress named Shelter Involvement Project, which is to raise awareness about homelessness in Singapore, research into the needs of these beneficiaries, and we also have action to help this group of people. So how you can join this group in which that you can contribute. We have not ironed out all the details yet because we are fairly we found out we started on this fairly recently. So yeah, we feel free to join when we release more details. Okay, next.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. So hi everyone. Basically, I'll be talking about what you can do if you join our subcommittee and what you can look forward to if you're planning to join our subcommittee. So definitely, when you join us, you get the chance to really come up with your own community service ideas, whether it's regular volunteering, for example, our year program, and we are actually looking into opening new community services with different beneficiaries and different communities, or if it's ad hoc events, whether it's fundraising or doing home cleaning like the Silver Homes project we mentioned earlier. And of course, you'll probably be working with us to develop the the homelessness project that Lindsay was talking about earlier as well. So yeah, looking forward to work with you guys.
Hello everyone. So I'm Eric, the Professional Development Director for this year. So for this term until next term, we will be hosting 2 talks. First one is Sustainable Entrepreneurship in November this year. And the second one is Technopreneurship in February next year, which is also our annual forum. So for these 2 talks, we will invite guest speakers who can be a startup founders or professionals or experts in that area. Okay, and then the last one, we will be having career talk or mentorship next year. So this will be in the form of mentors or mentees pairing from SUTD Rotaract members with the professional Rotarians from Rotary Club of Pandan Valley. There are fairies from architect, engineers, venture capitalists, or investment bankers, and etc. So this career talk will be around 2 months or 3 months for the Rotaract members to pursue their career, make better decisions. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass my time. Next person.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Advaita, and for international service, the upcoming events we'll be having 2 fundraising events. So the first is a food fundraising where we will be selling snacks like ice cream, and the second one will be a virtual concert fundraiser where our very own performing arts 5th Rows will be showcasing their exciting performances. So proceeds from the fundraising events will be used to purchase necessary resources, for example, to conduct lessons for the beneficiaries in Vietnam and Laos.
Hello, so I'm Pamela, and so the other 2 projects will be Rota Teach, which will be a continuation of this year's Rota Teach, where we will continue to teach STEM subjects and English as well, and we will also include a bonding session with the kids to get to know more about them and their culture. So as we are hosting these virtual lessons, some of them might not have the resources to attend the lessons, such as laptops and tablets. So we will also host a electronic donation drive where we collect used or new electronic devices that will be donated to them. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so moving on to Q&A. So this portion, before we answer the questions in the chat, if you all have any, and you all can feel free to just type in the chat if you have any questions. So before that, we'll actually be going through some of the questions that you guys asked in the form. Okay, next. Okay, so some of you guys have questions on like how we navigate what projects to pursue. So for myself, I actually started off as a community service director last year. So during the similar intro session that we did last year, we actually did like a short poll to understand like what beneficiary groups our members would be keen to serve. So that was a live poll, but this year we decided to do it in the form. So you guys may have filled up some beneficiary groups, and we'll definitely take those into account and look through it. Yeah. So other than that, we actually mainly look at the 4 different pillars that we have, and I'm sure you've heard a lot from our different directors earlier. Yeah, and some of the projects that we have actually involved working together with other SUT faculty, such as the homelessness project that Lindsay talked about earlier. So this project is actually in collaboration and brought to us by one of our HAS professors here at SUTD. So our projects really are quite diverse. It can be either be self-initiated or maybe people approach us. But nevertheless, we are quite open to exploring any new initiatives or ideas that you may have. So do feel free to bring it up to us. Next. Okay, so the next question that we got a lot was actually the timeline to plan, execute projects, and the general process for events. So for all our EXCO members, we actually go through all of this route as well. So first of all, we actually decide on a target beneficiary group and collate like a list of relevant organizations. So for example, for ComServe, if you're working with the homelessness group, we'll be looking at organizations that actually target this group. For example, for things like professional development, Eric has actually like compiled a list of speakers, etc. And these are the things that actually goes through the PMVP before we actually reach out to these relevant parties. And if any budget is needed, we usually go through the treasurer as well, so that we have a better idea of how much we can spend. So after we reach out to organizations, you can feel free to actually email them, and if they are keen to collaborate, it will be free to actually submit your proposal to Root Events and OSL. So this is the official school approval process. So once it's approved, you can actually easily execute your project. But depending on how large the scale of your project will be, the total duration of event planning can range from a few weeks to a few months. So for example, things like ad hoc events might take a shorter duration or maybe even take longer depending on what kind of event it is and depending on how many people you aim to reach out to. So with that being said, we hope that this doesn't like scare you away or anything, because just know that as a member you are free to propose your events, and if you need help with administrative details, etc., or like somebody just to like listen to your idea, we'll always be here to like listen to you. Yeah. Next. So this is a question that we got a lot. I think every single year we have at least 1 to 2 people that actually ask this question. So to start off, like I'll just go through some similarities that we have between Rotaract and Uni-Y. So both clubs are actually in the community cluster. So you can actually check out SUTD ComServe on Instagram for more details on what this community cluster is. So Rotaract is actually a partner of Rotary Service Clubs, while Uni-Y is a uni-based service club under YMCA. So both clubs actually have a strong focus on building lifelong friendships as well as personal or professional development. And with that being said, we definitely don't stop you from like just joining one, because here in SUT you can join as many fifth rows as you want, especially in the first term. Like I have friends that join like 8 fifth rows, etc. So yeah, it's really up to you like which clubs you choose to join and what events you choose to join, depending on your commitment levels. Okay, next. Yeah. So more in detail, so Rotaract can actually be found in schools, so other universities, polys, or even ITs, and even communities like Choa Chu Kang. We actually have Rotaract clubs all over Singapore. So in secondary schools and JCs, the equivalent I guess would be called Interact clubs. And just now I mentioned a bit about districts. So district is quite a big district comprising of different clubs. So here in our district 3310, we actually have Brunei, Malaysia, and Singapore clubs. And we are part of this zone. So in the district we have 4 different zones. So our zone is the Singapore zone. So before COVID hit, Rotaract actually led 2 OCIP trips, one to Laos and one to Vietnam. And currently we are actually working with these 2 groups to do like more OCIP, as mentioned by the IS directors earlier. Okay, so next. So I think the slide isn't updated, but basically Uni-Y is actually organizes a lot of quad uni meetups between NTU, NUS, and SMU, as well as SUTD. So as the name suggests, Uni-Y works strongly with YMCA, so it's actually based on the Christian faith and values. So before COVID hit, Uni-Y actually led the Myanmar OCIP, but I just got news that Uni-Y is actually leading YP Go trip, the virtual trip to Vietnam this year. So some examples of other events that they do include Y Crafty and Y Nature Walk. Okay, next. Okay, so before we actually end off the session and everything, you can actually stay updated on all our happenings here. So Eric will be sending the links to all these QR codes in the chat as well. So do feel free to actually join our regular Telegram groups or our subcommittee group if you're interested to join our subcommittee. So to reiterate, the membership fee mentioned earlier actually included the $5 USD. So don't be afraid. Don't be worried that it's like 10 plus another 5 USD. So this 10 to $12 actually already counts in that 5 USD. So yeah. In the meantime, we'll be opening up the floor to any questions that you may have.
Oh, if you have any question, like feel free to type it out, or like if you want, like you can just unmute yourself and then share with us like your question. Yeah. Or if not, like you can also like type on the Telegram like group, and we will try our best to respond to you. Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Sunyi.
Hey, hi Sunny.
Hey, what's up? Anyway, what I wanted to ask was, what does the commitment look like for term 3 students? Because I did notice for your club membership, you guys have a few requirements. Is it feasible for a very distracted term 3 student with lots of projects?
Can we go back to the slide on club requirements? Thank you.
Sunny, can.
Yeah, and actually like for the requirements mentioned, it's actually until like around June to July next year. So you actually have like 1 whole year to fulfill these requirements.
I see, okay. So even with COVID, there are still abundant opportunities, I expect.
Yeah, definitely.
I see. Okay, thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks for the question also. Time for Ryan to sing song.
Sing song. You want to sing birthday song?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got question.
Is there a question?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
hi Anne. No, as in like it depends on what you're joining actually, because like we have quite like there are quite a number of events that we actually shared. Some of them are actually ad hoc. Ad hoc means like suddenly like today there's an opening for us, like Project Silver Homes. They suddenly give us like a date. Rotary give us a date, then like we are available. Then we can just come together and like do it for a day, and then that's all. Then there are also regular programs like your year program, where you actually can you need to commit like maybe every Friday. But it's not really every Friday, because like you can put in like 4 sessions out of like maybe like 14 to 12 session. So like you can only commit to 4 sessions, like 4 Fridays. Yeah. So in a sense, it's also kind of ad hoc, but you can definitely join in a regular basis. Yeah. And then at the same time, like if you want to like join us like in more like initiative role, like you know, initiate stuff, then those programs like you'll be own time own target, where you actually like set out your own goals and stuff and work on it when you're ready. Yeah. Kelly, is there anything to add on?
no, I think that covers. Thanks for
Okay.
the question.
That's good. Thanks Anne for the question. Yeah. Lucas, is your friend here?
What?
Is your friend here?
I need to check my phone. I know. Do you want me to call someone out?
Yes.
He has a lot of friends.
Oh, hi Hong Pei.
Hong Pei, you have any questions for us?
Not really.
Everything is clear.
Yosh.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Lucas, nominate.
Joshua Nick Tan. I'm sure you're here.
Yes.
One-sided friendship.
Oh no, I feel so hurt.
Sarah, turn off my mic.
Oh my god, you're here.
I got no questions. I think it's a great presentation.
Thank you. That was nice. Kelly, so how you want to do photo taking?
Yeah, okay. So if nobody has any questions, we'll actually be ending the session quite soon. So we ended a lot earlier than expected, but thanks everyone for coming on time and for staying all the way to the end. So maybe when Lucas stop share and then we can just take a quick group photo together.
Yeah, do switch on your webcam if you want, if you're comfortable. So needs background. Ups. Influencer. Who's doing the photo taking?
Ryan.
Me,
Ryan on your cue.
Must do 3, 2, 1.
on my queue. Anyone want to turn on camera still? Faster, once in a lifetime.
Yeah,
This is
and
once
switch on
a year
camera.
only. Yeah.
Just switch on today.
Prof 1 don't need to switch on. Our one more important. Okay, last call. No one. Okay. Wait. How do I change?
Wow, jialat.
Okay, I found it. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, thanks for coming everyone.
Yeah, and do take care and stay safe.
Yeah,
Then,
if you have any other
do-
questions, feel free to message us or email us.
and we'll be more than happy to respond. Yeah, and do follow our Instagram also, because we got like a lot of
Yes.
very awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Yep. Then, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Actually, hello. I have a question.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask how often are projects self-initiated, and does financial sustainability factor into that? Like, is there a need to make sure that there's enough money, or where does the funding come from?
Yeah, so to answer that question, I think we didn't really have many self-initiated projects over the past few years, although we do have some like ideas that are given to us by some of our members and then the exco members will actually execute it. So we are hoping that this year like members can actually play a bigger role in the community by actually initiating their own projects. So it's something that they're actually passionate about as well. So in terms of financial sustainability, the school actually gives us some funds, I guess, to actually run events. But in terms of how much money can be allocated to each event, I think it really depends on the scale of the event. And I think more details can be worked out with the treasurers and the school accordingly based on what kind of event you hope to run.
Right. So most of the projects as of now, they are either initiated by the exco or is it by parent body?
Yeah, currently it's mostly initiated by the exco as well as handed over from the past few years. So most of the events that we mentioned don't really involve a lot of money. For example, for year program, because it was held on Zoom and will be held on Zoom for the upcoming one. So we won't actually be needing a lot of money. So I guess one way we could look at it is also like seeing how we could actually run on as little money as possible because that would be quite interesting to see like what kind of events you can still come up with even if there isn't any like financial incentives, etc.
Right. Okay. Another thing I'm curious about actually is I see there's a number of programs that require weekly attendance or weekly commitment kind of thing. How are the volunteer numbers for that? Like, is there any drop off as the term goes on, or you find that the supply of people who are interested and willing to commit just is generally there?
I think for the for example for year program last year, we noticed that towards the end, like around the 1D, 2D project submission weeks, we start seeing less and less people coming for our events. So I think usually we try to avoid actually having sessions during the last few weeks of school because we know that everybody will be busy. but most of the time there aren't really that many drop-offs from our events.
I see. So the sustainability still is there other than the crunch periods, lah.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's pretty good.